Okay, hello everyone, this is Zach here. Just want to do a quick sound check, please. Okay, is my sound coming okay? And if my screen, everything is okay before we start. Okay, so for those that were joining me right now, okay, appreciate if you can type one for me, if my sound is okay, if my screen is okay, right? So, well, let's start right now. Okay, we're going to look into some of the stocks today. Of course, like I said, I'm going to look into the stocks that we talked about yesterday. Okay, thank you, Being, for the confirmation. This is a few counters that we actually select from our screener yesterday. I think we look into NS screener, we look into the launching screener, we look into the Pentagon screener. So today we're going to do the same, and of course, I'll go through as well all these kind of counters over here to see whether some of these counters here still worth for you to keep. If you want to look for it, okay. If you want to chase, I'll leave up to you. But I think some of stock actually making a breakup today. Okay, I think TH Plant, TSH making a nice movement today. 3A making a nice movement. TMC Live, it make a nice movement, but immediately turns a UT. So probably I'm going to remove this from my list over here. Normally I don't really like UT. Okay. So okay, thank you, Amiru, for the confirmation as well. So do remember this section here is not to ask you to buy or sell some stocks. Okay, I'm not doing any buy call over here. Technically, I not qualified to give any buy call, or maybe ask you to sell anything, right? So, but the purpose of this section here today is want to share with you how normally I do it. Okay, by using VSA tools over here to help me out. A little bit of each over the market. Okay, so a part of we're going to look into what's the stocks that is suitable for next week, or some of the counters that we can monitor further. Of course, today we're going to talk about low volume. Okay, I think today I think B okay ask me about what is low volume, what is COB. We're going to talk about that in today's section. Of course, I don't think I can finish everything. Okay, I will try my best to give some example. Why low volume sometimes is one of the very important clues to look into. Okay, now just want to share with you some of the things on how I started. Okay, when I started, I always thought up bar increasing volume is an important bar. Of course, not to say it's not important, it's important as well. But for me, the one that really makes money for me, okay, it always comes from the low volume bar. Okay, because low volume bar for me indicating there is some sort like testing is going on, the support is going on over this area, because normally if let's say you see support, right, so support, normally you see low volume. Okay, but of course background is very important. Okay, not every low volume we should participate. Okay, not every low volume should participate. So again, COB is another type of setup that also come low volume, but against both of the background is different. Okay, we're going to probably talk about this today, and if can, I will share you a little bit example. Okay, now before I start, okay, just want to go through some of these few counters over here. We'll start with TSH and TH Plantation. Okay, all right, so immediately hit resistance today. Now just wondering, any members here or any friends over here able to get TSH today? If yes, type 1 for me, please. If not, type 2 for me. Okay, I think I also sent this out to the member channel if I'm mistaken as well. So we got a couple of nice NS. Okay, this is a long period accumulation, and like I said, I was expecting a nice volume, okay, for this week. Okay, because I think based on weekly chart over here, it actually formed a pocket pivot. Hello Velan, thank you for coming tonight. So if you look into this accumulation area, okay, actually it formed few pocket pivot actually. Okay, so we got one over here, and latest one over here. Okay, so support is pretty solid. Okay, so hopefully with this pocket pivot, it able to make a follow through. Okay, so that's why I kind of like it. Okay, overall. So for TH Plantation, of course, if you already missed out, okay, TH Plantation, sorry, TSH, okay, I always miss out. Okay, if you missed TSH, okay, I think no need to worry. Okay, let's see whether got any further pullbacks or not from the market next week. Okay, if not, you can always go for the other counters. Okay, do remember, check this out. Okay, again, just want to emphasize again, right? These are things that you must do. Okay, especially for new traders. Okay, if you pretty new in trading, okay, I think best you follow a set of rules. Okay, for example, if you go to here TSH, right, you can check out, this is the stop loss, this is the hour R2, which is very close. Okay, to be frank with you, that's why today is actually kind of close with the resistance already. So if this didn't provide you a good risk to reward, it's okay, right? Every day we got things to look into, right? You don't need to rush yourself to look into the trades. Okay. Oh, Wayland, congratulations. Okay, hopefully today you make some additional amount money. Yeah. Okay, now the other one is TH Plant, NS in the background. Okay, now do remember, I think just now there's one member also asked me in the group as well, why Usman didn't appear in the screen. Okay, because NS, it need to come with 2 days. Okay, so first day is the down by low volume, the second day is up by high volume. So again, that's why NS, I like it, because it always start with low volume. Again, if we go back to the topic we want to talk about today, low volume. Okay, I like NS because it always start with low volume. Okay, low volume is very crucial in this case here, because it always telling you that is there any sellers in the background, and the next day coming up bar is to tell you that yes, somehow some people is ready to make some movement. Okay, so if you look into PNB tech, that's why I like PNB tech. Okay, if you join our public channels over there, the Telegram, they have tons of NS. Okay, they have tons of NS. Okay, so I'm not sure how many members actually got this. Okay, they got tons of NS. Okay, so I don't know whether it still can break out or not, but it's very far already. Okay, don't expect another 50% over here. All right, but this is a classic NS over here, right? You got NS, 3 NS before COC before breaks up. Okay, so TH Plant, okay, TH Plant, the movement is still okay, right? Even though yesterday is slowly closing towards the resistance area, but compared to TSH, it still got some room to go. Okay, against for masterclass student, I hope you apply some COC patterns. Okay, I hope you apply some pullback methods. Okay, now again, just want to ask any members here actually follow TH Plan today. Type of 1, yes. Type of 2, no. Okay, so hopefully market is good. Okay, hopefully you'll make additional money over here. Okay, just to frank with you, I currently still not really like 100% go into Bursa right now, but some of the sector is moving very well, so I also trying to get a little bit of white ball here and there. Okay, I still not really comfortable to hold for the gold ball. Okay, because what happened past few months ago, market is very volatile, and currently what I do is that resistant take profit. Okay, weakness take profit. Okay, if let's say it hits the market stages, the rate of the market stages, I take profit. Okay, that's good or bad. Okay, I cannot say that. Yeah, I mean, as a trader, we cannot really like maximize the profit. Okay, it's kind of difficult, right? So for example, I think I shared with you also yesterday in P metal. I actually took after this duty of it over here, if I'm mistaken, because it's almost hit the red line, but they still can go up. Okay, but I'm okay, right? Just take, then remove the others. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to A M Bank. Okay, because I think next week I want slowly look into the M Bank right now. Okay, now M Bank is in a nice accumulation. Of course, previously we got a minor this false breakout over here, but if you realize when they pull back, most of the buy here actually come in low volume. Now again, we talk about low volume right now because this is one of the good charts, okay, to look into low volume. Okay, now if you look into M Bank, okay, overall, of course, we are looking at this period over here. We do see there's some sideways movement. Of course, in the short term wise, we have some pretty good momentum. Okay, so from here, this is of course the major resistance, which I think they are trying their best right now to go into it. Okay, we got a high volume with spring. Okay, and if you realize in between this range, we got another support. Okay, So again, if let's say your support and resistance is too wide, do remember sometime in between there's one more support and resistance. Okay, so this is around like 27%, 30%. Okay, so sometimes in between here, yes, we still got one support and resistance, okay, happening around here. So this is one of the area that we are looking into. Of course, if your background is good, okay, do remember low volume. Okay, not every low volume you have to participate. You only participate when the low volume come with good background. Okay, what I mean by good background, if you look into the background over here, right, we got some Sarah Abba increasing volume. Of course, this spring is holding well. It didn't fail to the price goes lower over here. It's still holding well. Okay, so this is what I mean by good background. Okay, so whenever good background happens, right, it goes up, make a series of pullback. Okay, so we got some sound strength in between, low volume. Okay, notice this area here, the volume is getting lower. So this is the type of low volume we want to participate. Okay, now let's look into some of the example here. If you look into this area over here, now this is an area that usually I still not really want to participate because this area, okay, if you assuming we still trading around this area over here. Now this is the area that most of the time I tends to be more careful, even though the volume is low, but the background is weak. Okay, so sometimes likely, okay, sometimes they'll make a inverse pullback. Okay, so example like here as well, if you notice here, we got some 2-bar low volume. Okay, around here, 2-bar low volume. Okay, but the price then goes up. Okay, why? Because the background is weak. Okay, we got red pentagon, price is trading below 2040s. Okay, so that's why not every low volume need to participate. Okay, we only participate those low volume come with a sound strength in the background, which I think Maybank. Okay, let's go back to daily chart over here. Okay, they are somehow having this kind of setup at the moment. Okay, so if you notice here, it goes up. Okay, series of low volume is happening around this range. Okay, so it's like kind of telling you that got some buy at the bottoms here. Okay, that's why price push up. Okay, we don't have any crazy volume, climatic volume. Okay, and then making a little bit of low volume pullbacks around here. Okay, now here this is a bit scary. Okay, now sometimes if let's say you see this kind of gap, you want to stay away from it, okay, and watch closely. Okay, so that's why normally I see this kind of bar, I will stay away first. Okay, until confirmation is coming back. Okay, for example here, right, confirmation up bar, high volume coming back. Okay, and now it tests back low volume. Okay, so this is how we try to interpret, okay, the low volume and high volume. Okay, now just tell me by typing an A for me, please. Okay, if you can follow so far, type a B for me if you cannot follow. Okay, especially for members. Okay, let me know, is this okay so far by typing an A? Cannot, still confused, don't really can follow, type a B for me, please. Okay, I need to know this. Okay, hello, man. Yes, I just done the TH plan. Okay, I think all TH plans still okay. No weaknesses today. Okay, so if I look into SDB, okay, so far I got no answer. Yeah, okay, Amiro say yes, Dominic, yes, okay, can follow, good. Okay, all right, so let's say you cannot follow, it's okay, type a B for me, please. Okay, type a B for me, please. Okay, okay, Zanali, okay, thank you for coming today. Now, the other one, and as I mentioned yesterday as well, I will watch closely. Okay, SCB. I still cannot recall what's the stocks that are very similar. Okay, we got Tafi previously. Okay, Farid, okay, thank you for the reply. I can't recall what's the stocks really. It comes with very similar setup. I just can't recall the name. All right, but anyway, well, it's kind of similar M Bank. Okay, if you notice over here, it goes up. Okay, now this is COB. Okay, COB, which means it's a change of behavior. Okay, it's a change of behavior when a stocks illiquid become liquid. Now, do remember, illiquid stocks is low volume. Okay, and if you notice that your stocks is illiquid and low volume, generally it means the background is weak. Okay, you don't want to participate in this kind of trade, is this kind of stocks, because a small volume can push out and a small volume can push the price down easily. Okay, and my experience with this kind of counter is very difficult for you to sell. Okay, normally you need to sell one or two bit lower, okay, in order to exit. And even though got profit, sometimes there's no sellers, okay, sorry, there's no buyer, okay, into these counters. Okay, so that's why I just don't like it, okay, unless it change the behavior, okay, which I think SCB is changing very nicely. And if you notice over here just now, we got a gaps over here. Remember M Bank stocks earlier on, all right, it got a gap, right, it got a gap, push back up, pull back, low volume. Again, same things are going to apply in this counters over here. So we got a gaps over here, price try to push back. And like I said yesterday, this is the area that you should watch for low volume. Okay, again, not to say that here kind of buy, sometimes it goes up easily, but I always look for low risk first. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is definitely I'm going to add SDB into it. Okay, so we got M Bank, low volume. Okay, I think the volume today is going back to M Bank right now. Okay, I think the volume today is low. Okay, but somehow it's not low enough. Okay, somehow it's not low enough. Okay, I mean today is Friday, so that's why I also don't want to enter the stocks over here. So at least today the green paragraph is holding well. Okay, today the down bar here, actually the volume is like half of the yesterday bar. Okay, so just use estimation. I don't need to calculate. Okay, no need to divide by 2. It's okay. Just use a calculation. Visual will do, right? So I'm looking for something like this to happen again, right? In M Bank. Okay, somewhere around here. Probably I just put my lines over here. Here is the low volume area, right? Just use this as your benchmark. Okay, no need to really calculate. Okay, use a calculator. Okay, so a visual, I say using visual will do. Okay, like for example over here. Okay, some narrow spread bar over here, I think is good for me to look for entry. Okay, again, asking you to buy or sell, but again, example, RL come with few days of low volume. I think I do share this one as well over here. Do shakeout. Okay, after shakeout, you want the price to be low volume, because shakeout is a type of sign of strength. Okay, again, shakeout is a type of sign of strength, and this is the area that you want to look for some good low volume. Okay, again, I'm not sure whether it will break the resistance or not. Okay, but like I said, normally a breakout counters will come with a shakeout. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, for outcomes. So okay, let's go to 3A. I think sorry, MBSB and 3A. MBSB, I think MBSB overall movement still a bit slow today. All right, so again, same things over here. Again, just pay attention to volume. Okay, pay attention to volume. Again, background. Okay, volume, and you check the background. Okay, so if you look into these stocks over here, okay, most important, you must able to identify, okay, where is the major support resistance. Okay, if you're able to identify where is the major support, it's pretty easy for you, okay, to look into the clues. So here is the clues. Okay, this is the, again, a shakeout. Okay, and a shakeout is the sound strength. Okay, I put it SOS. Okay, it's a sound strength. So after goes up, increasing volume, which is the one we're looking for. Okay, notice here, pullback, retest, supports, low volume, and this low volume is a good type of low volume. Okay, so again, just some of the example over here. If you notice, right here, right, uptrust, price break below 240, even though yes, here is low volume, but doesn't mean this is good. Okay, doesn't mean this is good. Okay, because the background is weak. Okay, in this case over here, the reason why it's good, this low volume is good, because the background is good. Okay, it's strong. Okay, it comes with a shakeout. Shakeout is a sound strength. Okay, and now it seems like testing, okay, on the resistance. Okay, so that's MBSB. So 3A today again break above the reaccumulation. I still think that it got some rooms to go, even though today closing slightly a bit weak. Okay, so maybe a sideways pullback is expected. Okay, but if you look into market stages, I think they still got some rooms to go. Okay, so if I put into hourly chart, okay, hourly chart, no big UT so far, only this. Okay, but this is like a hidden UT. Okay, but let's say probably a pullback back to some this area. Let me check over here. Okay, I think somewhere around this area is expected. Okay, the previous resistance, okay, potentially will turn back to support. Okay, now again, if you miss this trade over here, 3A, okay, remember going back to market stages, you look for gray bar above zero, below green line. Okay, so there's an area you want to look for. Again, same things. Okay, you want to look for low volume. Okay, so again, looking back into this chart, notice how the effort bar slowly appearing over here. Of course, here got UT. Okay, so that's why going back here. So after this effort bar coming back, okay, we got some low volume. Okay, even here we got some low volume. Okay, so effort bar, low volume, most of the time it's a good sign. Okay, to tell us that yes, there are support is building around here. Okay, but when can break, we never know. Okay, we never know. Okay, so but at least it's trying to tell us that okay, yeah, there's support building around there. The size is lesser at the moment. Okay, so mostly they got a very good chance over here. Okay, so right, let's continue for my list here. We got SDS and TMC live. XDX. Okay, XDX. All right. I kind of like it today. Okay, but it's 30% counters. Okay, so that's why I'm still thinking about the enter because I want to keep my bullets for others. Volume's pretty good. Okay, I think Oro is okay, even though it's a UT, but it's a very small type of UT. Okay, if I compare to TMC live is come with a bigger UT. Okay, which is the reason why I say probably I'm going to avoid first. Okay, unless okay the UT it actually hold well above the UT. Okay, but anyway, I just probably because lots of stops right now. Okay, and normally if I see something that I don't really feel comfortable, I just going to remove first. Okay, I focus something that is worthwhile for me to monitor. Okay, so Senkao, okay, again, if you realize the background, I think is super good. Okay, market stages also telling you that okay, the uptrend is coming back. Okay, with series of pullback in between, right? Hopefully you all know how to use the market stages here with the pullbacks. Okay, so again, notice here low volume. Okay, so this is the area that it tells you that yeah, background is good, low volume 2040s, less sellers. Okay, again, why less sellers? Because background is good. Okay, why background is good? Because there's buyer. Okay, whenever got buyer, technically the background will be good. Okay, and whenever they got this kind of less volume, okay, going back to the pullbacks area, which means less sellers. All right, so here as well, notice here. Okay, of course here, if let's say got low volume, probably yes, can try a little bit of white ball because they have been moving up for quite some times already. Okay, almost 30%. Okay, somewhere from here. Okay, 30%. So kind of close to resistance, to be frank. Okay, so don't expect another 30% in a short period of time. Okay, let's look into dominant and SDB I just add just now. Today I just remove TMC live because the TMC live goes up with UT. I expect a pullback actually for TMC live, but it go up so fast and make a UT, so too bad. Okay, we missed that. So okay, dominant still pretty low volume. Okay, overall I think still fine. Low volume sometimes it's a bit boring, to be frank, but in the same time it's kind of tells that yeah, they are doing pretty good right now. Okay, well, this is technically some of the stocks that from yesterday. Let's look into something new from today. We got NS here. I will start with NS. Okay, I think Uzma, very nice overall. Okay, Uzma, very nice overall. Okay, let's look into Uzma. And some of the oil and gas counter is doing pretty well as well. Okay, so Uzma, one of the reasons why previously I only focus Amada, Hibiscus, and Charmin, because Uzma, I didn't include Uzma because Uzma come a bit down about high volume. Okay, But I think the white ball trade still possible. Okay, white ball trade still possible because short-term wise over here, it seems like they are gaining momentum. But normally, like I said, if given a choice, okay, if given a choice, really into like hibiscus, charimin, and bumi amada, right? Their background actually is cleaner. Okay, their background is cleaner. They don't have those uptrust high volume. Okay, they don't have uptrust high volume. Of course, recently we have one. Okay, so that's why I expect them to probably make a slightly bigger pullback. Okay, this round, right? Charimin. Okay, charimin as well. Seems like going to touch the 20 MA. Okay, and bumi amada. Okay, bumi amada. Okay, nice. Okay, we got some gray bar already. Okay, we got some gray bar already. Okay, so let's see few more days. Okay, whether it will form a good sound strength from here or not. Okay, I think bumi amada again not doing buy call, but I think the trend is very nice overall. Okay. All right. Let's look into others. EPMB. Okay, quite nice overall. Okay, just in case some of you wondering, okay, why there is no NS, okay, in the chart. All right. So this is how Martin actually built a system. If let's say there's SP, okay, the signal will show SP rather than NS. Okay. So in this case over here, okay, actually is SP with NS. Okay, sometimes this will happen because the first day the bar it form SP, but in the same time it come with no spread body and low volume, and the next day make a good closing. Okay. Now EPMB volume, even though it's not the highest, but they got a chance to become a PP bar. Okay, so weekly chart, okay, we got a nice NS, okay, at resistance right now. Okay, so actually it's okay lah, but just the risk to reward is not that good. Okay, so hopefully if let's say they pull back a little bit, then it would be nicer. Okay, let me put my alerts over here. Okay, seller bar is okay because they are having a nice reaccumulation. Okay, we got a uptrust over here, so that's why it was sideways for a while. Okay, but price at least didn't go to a distribution. Okay, EPMB is okay. Let me put here. Maybe you can not my priority because it at resistance right now. Unless it go to these support areas. Okay, these COC areas. Okay, hopefully you can spot that. Then maybe okay, we can consider that. Okay, so let's look into. Okay, the rest is only like 20 over cents. Okay, let's look into MPay. Okay, before we go to others, let's go into MPay. MPay volume is a bit low lah. Okay, MPay I think currently a bit risky if I look into this because volume is a bit low and the shakeout is not completed. Okay, never mind, it's okay. My list I think is pretty long over here, so yeah, we look for others first. Okay, the rest is around like 20 over cents, so probably not really interested. Okay, 9 lakhs. Okay, we look into Pentagon. Probably we check some Pentagon stocks. RHB Bank. Okay, recently I love some bank counters. Okay, let's say CMB. Wow, this is good as well. Okay, this is good as well. Okay, because the other day I think I make some in CMB, ABNB, but I think ABNB is still pretty high. Okay, it didn't really make a deeper pullback. Okay, still going up. So CMB as well. Okay, so maybe I want to move to others. Yeah, CMB actually completed shakeout here. Okay, because this round I want to try M Bank, and I think RHB Bank also doing very nice. Okay, overall still in the accumulation. Okay, let's check weekly. Oh, weekly turns to NS. Okay, weekly chart turn to NS. Okay, now here's the things also I found very interesting. Okay, here gap. Remember just now we talked about gap. Okay, like SDB as well. Okay, you got a gap. Remember, gap can form support, can form resistance. Okay, so here resistance, resistance, break, support. Okay, so at least for me, it's a good sign. Okay, but today, M Bank make a pullback back to the low of green pentagon. This one is a bit close to resistance. Okay, we just put it here first. Okay, FEMA. I think FEMA is a COB patterns. Yes, FEMA is COB patterns. Nothing much to trade. Okay, Pardini back to green pentagon. Okay, let's try Pardini because Pardini is a long-term reaccumulation. Okay, suitable for those looking for long terms. Okay, if you want to hold, right? So if I switch to weekly chart here, okay, green pentagon, yeah, trying their hard to push back to trend 40s, and it completed this shakeout. Okay, here got rates, right? But the rate is very small. Okay, unlike over this period here, okay, which is pretty heavy. So, but I still think that they are making a nice solid reaccumulation. Okay, again, reaccumulation or accumulation sometimes need to hold for sometimes. Uh, it won't break that easily. Okay, unless the volume is pretty good. I think the volume is increasing, but it's not that exciting yet. Okay, so okay, let's try. Maybe can do a little bit of range trading. Okay, from the low of green pentagon to the resistance, we got 10%. Okay, I just put in first. Okay, now again, in this case over here, okay, this is for some members or maybe being, okay. This is the area that you want to look for low volume. Okay, because why? This is sound strength. Okay, this is sound strength. And if you want to ensure the sound strength is still solid or still valid, okay, the next few bars should come low volume. Okay, I think someone asked me about resting tech. Yes, resting tech is low volume recently. And another reason why I'm still holding. Okay, so if you look into here, here got one uptrust, all right, gap down, but price close back. Okay, similar like M Bank just now, similar like SDB Bank, gap moves up, test back above gaps. Okay, and if you realize here, or even currently, mostly they are low volume. Okay, again, background sound strength. Okay, background sound strength. Okay, Pardini KNM, CCK. Okay, let's do the CCK. I didn't follow CCK for quite some time. CAB, yes, because CAB is still kind of like building a nice accumulation over there. Let's look into CAB first before looking into CCK. Okay, I also forgot about CAB because after this UTO here, I didn't follow anymore because like I said, I don't really like UT, especially volume is increasing or high volume, especially near resistance. Okay, most of the time you're gonna take their time or maybe do a shakeout. Okay, so CCK, I think the shakeout somehow is like completed, but the volume a bit low. Okay, we got NS in weekly charts. Okay, we got NS in weekly charts, so maybe can monitor further. Okay, here if you notice here, it seems like completed this a small shakeout over here. Okay, a big rate turn to a small rate. Okay, so which means sellers, less sellers. Okay, so big shakeout, small shakeout. Okay, somehow the volume is missing for 60K. If volume is higher, then is better. Okay, maybe got chance to hit this resistance. Okay, but I just pop my alert first. Okay, if let's say hit, then we'll come back to look into it again. Okay, I think so far this is a few that is in green pentagon. Maxis, don't really like it. Kratom. Okay, Kratom, let's try. A bit liquids, it's okay. Okay, let's try EG. Okay, no, downtrending. Okay, so obviously this is downtrending. Again, if you pay attention to these particular areas, right? Again, one thing you will notice that is very obvious. Down bar high volume. Okay, down bar high volume, up bar, the volume is lesser somehow. Okay, we got down bar high volume over here, down bar high volume over here. Okay, so today is green pentagon, but the green pentagon volume is too small. Okay, so example here, volume is too small on green pentagon. Yes, maybe sometimes they will do a technical rebound. They will goes up. Okay, because price it won't go in a straight line. Okay, but overall they are still downtrend. Okay, so no for me. Okay, let's look into 18 LC, or should we go for spring? Okay, let's check spring today. Okay, probably I check spring. Then if you got any questions, let me know. Especially on low volume part, if you got any questions regarding low volume, just let me know. Probably I'll spend some time, okay, before we close. Okay, so E frame, Eden, but Eden is below 20 cents. AYS. Okay, let's try AYS. Not that bad. Okay, I think it's the beginning of a long period of accumulation. Okay, for AYS. All right, so okay, let's try E frame. Okay, again, importance to know where is the support resistance. If you notice here, tons of sound strength, we got NS with loss of spring. The support turns to resistance, right? And it break, okay? And this is the area that we expect probably a pullback is coming. Okay, here at the resistance area. Okay, so few things you can do if let's say you are those like patient one, okay, or maybe a stingy one, okay, like me. So you can wait for the market stages to turn to gray. Of course, now it's gray bar right now. You want to wait for them to get lower slightly a bit, okay, around the green colors line. So this is the area that you want to look for sound strength. Okay, so I think the shakeout is pretty good. Okay, at the bottom for E frame. Okay, let's go for EMAS Pro and Tasco. Okay, today Tasco as well. EMAS Pro. Okay, this is a liquid counters, a little bit of COB. Tasco. Okay, let me know any stocks that you're looking into. Probably I'll answer one or two questions before we close. Tasco is a shakeout stocks. Okay, we got one here, one here. Okay, previously a shakeout is Cisco. Okay, here we got one here. Okay, breaks up. So far I think Tasco, and the other one is Harbor. Okay. Okay, there's a few transportation logistics counter that are having shakeout right now. But the volume is a bit low. So that's why I don't really keen as well for this one. Okay, but if you really want to, you can actually look into this too. Okay, any others? Yingsun, NWP, and Muller's. Delium. Okay, let's go into Delium. Delium. Volume seems like still very low. Background here recently didn't provide a nice sound of strength. Of course, here we got a shakeout. Okay. And flex. Dayang. Dayang volume is more solid. Okay, Dayang volume is more solid. Pretty good volume. And again, this is the area that you want to look for low volume. Okay, volume is low. Okay, volume is low. But now again, we just want to look for some benchmark over here. So this is the best lowest volume. Okay, so yeah, very close really. Okay, let's look into some counters that you have for me. Again, this is just few of the stocks that I able to spot for tonight. Okay, so members, do remember you still got 18 LC screener. Okay, you can actually check that out. Okay, you can use the pullback method as shown by Sifufu. I think on this Sunday as well. Okay, Sifufu going to do back this Bursa 12. Make sure you follow. Okay, so okay, now let's look into this Sonic. Okay, this Sonic didn't follow for quite some time. Okay, at least got some, looks like a shake at the bottom. Okay, weekly chart first. UT at 40 MA. Now, if you ask me, this volume is not a good volume yet. Okay, but maybe if let's say you want to try some white ball, I think it's still possible. Okay, but no go ball definitely. Okay, maybe you want to try somewhere here to here. Okay, I think still possible. Okay, but let's say no go ball because why? Weekly charts, no change of trend, and I kind of don't like this kind of UT when they are hitting the 40 MA. Okay, I just don't like it. Okay, example here, even like here also. Okay, here 20 MA. Okay, here it goes up, here now. Okay, so similar one like I think like Jacks also. Okay, can't remember like Jacks. If not mistaken, Jacks. Yeah. Okay, so here. Okay, so sometimes here or here. Okay, it goes down lower. So daily chart wise, even though it got a green panel, but sometimes seems like no much of excitement. Okay, short term wise, white ball. Okay, okay, dominant I think just now already covered. Okay, low volume, so still okay, right, for low volume. Okay, seafood, any good logistic counters? Yeah, so far I can think of is these two, like Harbor and what's the other one? Harbor and Task Group, am I right? Okay, Sys Group already going to resistance already. I think counters like Dongnan Logistic, they are not ready yet. Okay, still no sound strength at the moment. Maybach also no sound strength. Okay, Maybach also no sound strength. Any others? Yeah, I think so far I can remember this three. Okay. All right. Okay. The other one I think Cycom. We do talk about it also. Oh, okay. I didn't realize Cycom having a strong up bar today. Okay, then it's worth to pay attention to. Okay, the weekly charts, I think it's a poker pivot and it comes with NS, okay, right, exactly as support line. Okay. All right, FM, I think also not much of excitement also. Again, if you realize here, the major supports come with Sarah UT. Again, this is the area that I don't like to see UT. Okay, which means not ready yet. The shaker is not ready yet. Weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart turns to green pentagon. Okay, maybe still with sideway here. Okay, maybe still with sideway. Okay, but if you want to look for something that got movement ones, right? Maybe it's not ready yet. Okay, for example, here high volume. Okay, immediately after a few weeks, we got some movement. Okay, here's still no volume yet. Maybe we drag for a while. All right. So again, if you want to look for this trade FM, okay, I think somehow FM is better than main bar. Okay, because some of these counts actually the weekly chart already break the trend 40s. So that's why I don't really follow anymore. But FM, I think yes, they are still holding well. Okay, so again, what you can do, use the green pentagon as a support. Okay, I think we do talk about it during some of our mini course, especially on the ETF course. Okay, we do share how we're going to use this pentagon as a support, especially in the weekly chart. Okay, in your weekly chart. Okay, so let's go back to Tasco. Okay, yep, Tasco over here as well. You can use this as a support. Okay, they got 1 week actually dropped below, but subsequently they push it back here. Harbor. Okay, Harbor haven't touched the green pattern yet. Okay, based on weekly chart, but there's one very nice NS over here. Okay, so I think I will stop right now today. So once again, thank you for joining me tonight. Hopefully some of you that join me tonight learn something more, two things about VSA. Okay, and hopefully you'll understand better what it means by low volume in different type of background. Of course, like I said today, I wasn't able to cover everything. Okay, but if let's say for example, if you need me to explain certain things in more detail, just let me know. So probably during this kind of section, I will try to give more example for you all. All right. So with this, thank you for joining me, and I will see you again in the next sections.